Welcome to the Drunk Linux User. I'm Len. I'm the Drunk Linux User. Today I'm going to talk about Ubuntu, gaming, and LibreOffice. Kind of in that order, but non-related when it comes to LibreOffice and Ubuntu and gaming. So let's get over here to the latest webpage on OMG Ubuntu. Is Ubuntu finally taking Linux gaming seriously? This suggests it is. If you watch this program, you understand I am not a gamer. I know a lot of people who are. Lots of family members who love to play games. I don't. I'm more of the old-fashioned guy with, the solitaire on his phone and that kind of stuff. I've mentioned that before. But apparently Ubuntu has missed the bus recently when it comes to gaming because they're not using the newest kernels, they're not using some of the more advanced or working with the GPU manufacturers in coming up with faster drivers for lower latencies so that you don't have any stuttering, or just even more powerful drivers to be able to make things like 2K, 4K even more exciting. It came to the point where we start off in about 2012 where Steam is recommending Ubuntu to play games on Linux to people are now using Pop! OS, which is a good gaming distro. And that's just kind of stealing Ubuntu's thunder. So I think they're trying to play catch up, and they're about ready to hire somebody, or they're looking for somebody anyway, to be a Linux desktop gaming product manager. This could be very good for Ubuntu. Ubuntu is a corporation, and Ubuntu is looking at market share just the same as Apple, Microsoft, Fedora, Linux Mint, name it. Okay, they're all looking for their piece of the pie, and they want that piece of the pie, to be as big as they can get it. So if you are someone who develops or works on games and think that you might be able to help out, I have a link for you. There is an application that you can begin through the Canonical website, and it goes through what the role summaries are, what you'll be doing, what you bring to the team, so on and so forth. On the right hand side you have more information to fill out. I'm sure if you are an eligible candidate, they will get in contact with you. And if you are somebody that they just don't have a need for in this respect, maybe there's something else you might be able to help out with. You never know. Give it a try. I'm not a programmer, and I'm also not a gamer, so I'm not going to be applying for this. That's just one less person in the pool to have to deal with, right? Okay. Now, I use LibreOffice, and I have just recently changed over to dark themes. I'm not completely enamored with them, but when you are using a dark theme in LibreOffice, it's always best to change the themes for the icons. Now, what it normally comes up with is elementary on a light background. This is really nice, but as you can see, some of the things are difficult to see on a dark panel. So I found that you could go in and get, for example, Yaru, and install it. But I didn't know this right off the bat. I don't know when this happened, but there's this little icon up here that I never remember seeing before, and I'm wondering if this just came out in the 7.2 iterations. But you can click this, and I'm just going to tell you right now, I've already loaded this once today, so it's coming up quick. But when you start to load this in, it's going to take a while, alright? So if you want to change the icon theme now, you can just hit that little button, which is an extension, and it brings up a list of different icon themes that you can install directly from within LibreOffice. If you're not using one of the newer LibreOffices, or this extension is not available to you for whatever reason, there is a way that you can go into this website and how you can install new LibreOffice icon themes. And there are great instructions on here to show you how to find, pick, and install. This is a little bit more difficult, but it's not impossible. I've been doing it for years, and again, if I can do it, I think just about anybody else can. So I'm just curious, because I went through release notes and such, and I don't ever recall seeing this on here, and I can't seem to find the extension button listed in release notes, at least within the last 2 or 3 versions of LibreOffice. So if anybody has an idea of when this feature came out, please let me know in the show notes. And speaking of show notes, I'm going to go ahead and put all of these links in the show notes below, and hopefully we'll be able to solve this mystery together. Other than that, it's kind of a slow news day at this particular time, and I'm going to cut this short because I want to. Remember our words of wisdom, folks. Don't drive drunk. Don't drink and drive. Don't go to eBay, Amazon, or now Microsoft Edge all buzzed up thinking you're going to buy stuff that's really cool, because it's probably not. Later, dudes. Bottoms up. New year, backward speaking. Yoda I must be.